What happens when the greatest empire in football forgets how to win? How did the mighty Red Devils fall from grace? What actually went wrong after the legendary Sir Alex Ferguson hung up his managerial boots? Let's find out in detail. Manchester United, a name that once echoed with fear across Europe. A club that boasted kings like Ryan Giggs, Roy Keane, Erik Cantona, Paul Scholes, Cristiano Ronaldo, all under the command of one man, Sir Alex Ferguson. From the late 1980s till 2013, United were not just a football team. They were a machine, a winning culture, a dynasty of dominance built by blood, sweat, and Fergie's infamous hairdryer treatment. Under Ferguson's 27-year tenure, United dominated English soccer, winning a total of 38 trophies, including 13 Premier League titles, 5 FA Cups, and 2 UEFA Champions League trophies. Since the departure of Fergie, the club has failed to win the Premier or Champions Leagues. His tenure was marked by a blend of strategic brilliance, motivational mastery, and a keen eye for talent. The likes of Erik Cantona, Ryan Giggs, and Cristiano Ronaldo flourished under Ferguson's watch. His famous class of '92 produced legends like David Beckham and Paul Scholes. United's identity was clear. They were winners, and Old Trafford was their fortress. But when Sir Alex Ferguson stepped down in 2013 after winning his final Premier League title, he left behind a ticking time bomb, a club not truly ready for a post-Fergie world. Ferguson's departure marked the beginning of an era defined by instability and inconsistency. David Moyes was the chosen successor, but his tenure lasted less than a year. The chosen one was unable to fill Ferguson's immense shoes, leading to United's 7th-place finish in the league, their worst in over 2 decades. Next came Louis van Gaal, whose reign brought an FA Cup but little else in terms of the Premier League or European success. Then, Jose Mourinho stepped in, securing the Europa League and a 2nd-place league finish but failing to deliver sustained success. Each manager brought a different philosophy, but none could recapture the magic of the Ferguson era. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, a fan favorite and Ferguson disciple, brought some stability but lacked the tactical acumen to take United back to the summit. Under his watch, the team showed glimpses of resurgence but ultimately fell short in key moments. Finally, a temporary stint with Ralf Rangnick, the supposed godfather of Gegen pressing, ended in complete disarray. Players out of shape, a dressing room divided, United hit rock bottom. In 2022, Manchester United turned to Erik Ten Hag, fresh off his stunning work with Ajax. Ten Hag came with promises: discipline, structure, attractive, attacking football. A rebuild not just of players, but of the very culture inside Old Trafford. And at first, it worked. In his first season, United won the Carabao Cup, ending a 6-year trophy drought. They finished 3rd in the Premier League. There were memorable moments, defeating Barcelona in the Europa League, hammering Liverpool 2-1 at Old Trafford, Marcus Rashford rediscovering world-class form. But Ten Hag's tenure was never going to be simple, because looming large over Old Trafford was the return of a legend, Cristiano Ronaldo. Initially hailed as a fairy-tale homecoming, Ronaldo's return soon exposed deep fault lines within the club. For Ten Hag, integrating a global superstar into a pressing, collective system was no easy task. The clash of philosophies became evident. Ronaldo, accustomed to being the centerpiece, found himself benched at critical moments, a bold move by Ten Hag that raised eyebrows across the footballing world. Tensions simmered until they exploded. Ronaldo delivered a bombshell interview with Piers Morgan, openly criticizing the club's management, facilities, and direction. It was a seismic moment. The fallout was inevitable. Ronaldo's abrupt departure in November 2022 marked not just the end of a legendary chapter, it was a symbolic moment. Ten Hag had chosen the system over the superstar. He had drawn a line in the sand. No one was bigger than Manchester United. The message was clear. The fortress was being rebuilt, brick by disciplined brick. Ten Hag made other big calls too, trusting young talents like Alejandro Garnacho, revamping the midfield with Casemiro and Eriksen. Old Trafford started to believe again. The fortress was being rebuilt. the cracks begin to show. But success in football is fragile. The second season under Ten Hag was plagued with problems. Times injuries to key players like Lisandro Martinez and Luke Shaw. At one point, Ten Hag was missing 11 first-team players. But top managers adapt, find solutions. The board felt Ten Hag was too rigid, too unwilling to compromise his ideals even when circumstances demanded it. Times big-money signings like Antony and Mason Mount underperforming. Despite spending over £200 million on defenders, United's backline remained porous. The expected goal metrics told a damning story. This was a team living on borrowed time. Dysfunctional ownership situation with the Glazers dragging their feet over selling the club. Tactically, United seemed confused. Were they a possession side? A pressing side? A counter-attacking team? Nobody, not even the players, seemed sure. The dressing room leaks returned. Reports surfaced of players questioning Ten Hag's tactics, fitness demands, and man management style. United crashed out early in the Champions League, finishing bottom of their group, an embarrassment for a club of their stature. The final blow came when United slumped to an embarrassing 8th-place finish, their worst in Premier League history. The FA Cup final loss to Manchester City sealed Ten Hag's fate. After weeks of speculation, United officially parted ways with Ten Hag in June 2025. The rebuild had failed again. And now, a new chapter with new hopes has already begun. United turned to Ruben Amorim, the young, vibrant coach who had lit up the Portuguese league with Sporting CP. Amorim, known for his tactical flexibility, man management, and building cohesive, high-pressing teams, was seen as the perfect antidote to United's chaos. In November 2024, Ruben Amorim was appointed and tasked with reviving United's fortunes as the new permanent manager. His approach has been bold so far. He has shaken up the squad and made headlines with significant changes by selling top talents like Marcus Rashford and Antony, signaling a desire to rebuild from the ground up. Despite these moves, with spending more than $1 billion on players since 2020, they currently sit 14th in the table, the worst ever run in a Premier League season. Fans are divided, some hopeful that Amorim's long-term vision will pay off, others skeptical after a decade of false dawns. So, where's it all gone wrong for Manchester United? A significant portion of the blame lies in the management's inconsistent decision-making. The revolving door of managers has prevented the establishment of a clear, long-term strategy. Each new coach brought different ideas, disrupting the continuity needed for sustained success. Moreover, the coaching styles post-Ferguson have often clashed with the club's traditional ethos. Defensive-minded strategies, lack of attacking flair, and failure to nurture young talents have alienated fans. The disconnect between the club's rich history and its present-day approach is stark. Player performance has also dipped. Talented as they are, the constant managerial changes have left players uncertain about their roles, leading to inconsistency on the pitch. Add to that the immense pressure of living up to past glories, and it's clear why the team struggles. The road ahead for Manchester United is uncertain, but not without hope. Ruben Amorim's approach, while controversial, could pave the way for a new era if given proper time and support. The sale of big names suggests a commitment to developing a cohesive team rather than relying on individual brilliance. And maybe, just maybe, with him steering the ship, the theatre of dreams will once again witness the rebirth of greatness. Manchester United's journey from the pinnacle of football to its current struggles is a cautionary tale about the importance of leadership, vision, and consistency. As the club navigates these challenging times, fans remain hopeful that the Red Devils will rise again. What do you think the future holds for Manchester United? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth football analysis. Stay tuned.